check your audio too.
So I've been licensed, probably the veteran on the panel, licensed 21 years. I sell in Palm Beach County, Florida, which is very heavily populated area, so a little different from JP. 100% listing agent. Every one of my 164 sales last year personally was on the listing side. Niche in the active adult community, and 70% of my business comes from direct mail, believe it or not.
Over the last 36 months, I saw some of your numbers that you guys have put up, and it's just wildly impressive. So what is it, even though you guys are having a lot of success where you are and doing what you're doing, what is it you would do a little bit differently? Tell us something positive, something you wish you had spent more time on, or more energy, or more money.
So in a nutshell, what I would have done differently is incorporated the digital advertising that the other people are talking about on stage into my print marketing, which we have done in the last 6 months, which is incorporated with KV Core, where we're sending them to this sell page, which then gives them an instant valuation, and that becomes a warm lead instead of a hot lead where they just call you and say, hey, come over and list the property. So having the technology that EXP's provided us has taken, where I'm just waiting for inbound calls, which happens every day anyway. Now I'm able to connect with the clients that aren't quite ready yet. And if you know your demographics well, which I market to the senior population, it does take them a long time to make a decision. And if you can figure out how to stay in touch with them before they make that decision, you've just doubled down on the amount of listings you're able to get in a certain amount of time.
You're using KV Core, and you're using it a little bit digitally. You'd like to use it more. I know about landing pages. I know about smart numbers. My team uses KV Core. We've had a large amount of success with it. We actually shifted our entire business over from 4 different CRM.
I actually don't use KV Core to anywhere near its capacity. The only thing I'm actually using it for is when they request a valuation. So what we basically do, we go on GoDaddy, purchase the name of the neighborhood, say it's Aberdeen Lakes. We would purchase Aberdeen Lakes, homevalues.com. We would then mask the forwarding address to our, the front page of our IDX website, which is the sell button, which a lot of people don't even know what it's actually for. But anybody that goes on your KV Core front end website can get an instant valuation once they put in their name, telephone number, and email address. So we're just using the technology that's on the front end of the IDX website and making it more attractive, where it's on the postcard, where we actually have a domain name that it seems like it's just relevant for their neighborhood. So we're just having the card speak to them, which is really the key to marketing, is making sure your marketing piece speaks to your audience. If it doesn't, it can be pretty, but if it doesn't speak to them, it won't work.
Okay, so you're using unique web pages with forwarding and masking to basically get your folks to the sell page, which automatically generates a seller value for their home. And then that's how you guys capture their information, correct? And then that information ends up in your KV Core leads, correct?
Correct. I will say a lot of time the information that they get, maybe if it's a condo, so they don't actually get a valuation, which they're looking for, which also gives you an excuse to call. We're in the customer service business. We're not in the sales business. So we follow up with a phone call. Want to make sure you got everything you were looking for out of your instant valuation, even though I know they probably haven't. And that just opens up the dialogue. We talk nothing about, can I come over? Are you ready? When are you thinking about selling? There's nothing to sell them over the phone. You're just simply a warm phone call to say, hey, I want to make sure you got what you're looking for. And if they didn't, then you do a full CMA, which I would email to them, with everything that, more thorough CMA.
Right, and I could totally relate to that. I've had the automated numbers come out. Some of my best listings come from bad automated values, or a bad Zestimate. I get a phone call. I can't believe our Zestimate says that we're at blah blah blah. Oh my gosh, really? Well, let me see what I could do. Let me do a real CMA for you, and let's talk about what the unique value of your property is. I think that's powerful. Being able to capture their information with those unique web addresses, I think is great. And also, even if you generate a bad market value, you're right. That is another excuse to talk to them. And being in customer service, like you said, our job is just to provide that information, provide that service, remain top of mind. And then when they're ready, guess who they're going to call? And I think that's awesome, Paul. I'm glad that you guys are having success with that. I have one question, selfish of me, but I am in the process of redoing a lot of my marketing. Have you used QR codes, either on your mailer or on your direct mail? And have you had any luck with those?
No, I mean, they were supposed to be like the next big thing, I don't know, 5 or 10 years ago, but unless it's improved, I think you have to download something on your phone to read it. So, it's kind of keep it simple, stupid. I never tried it nor have any interest to.
Okay. Out there in the audience, have any of you guys used QR codes, and are you having success?